We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Tennessee Titans. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the Central Florida product is R.J. Harvey. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
Captain.
Nix to the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
And every time you step on a field, coaches are always going to talk about how important tackling is in a ball game. In this one, especially so. You can't allow these guys to break free and get extra yards after contact, but that's exactly what happens here. That can't continue as this game goes on.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. This defense for the Titans, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Yards to go.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Nix looking to throw again. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
A gain of 13 yards. Ready. First down, Broncos.
Nix going to give to Harvey. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. R.J. Harvey with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are on the board first here this afternoon. Lutz with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Broncos 7, Titans nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Looking to put a drive together.
Ready? Panther 60, Panther 60. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bob.
Throwing now, Ward. On the right side, he finds Burnett. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
The Titans at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing is Ward. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Out of the gun, Ward. Over the middle, he has a Conqueror. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A nice gain there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's covering him. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well? In any event, whatever you see, you think that tight end can win that battle.
And the Titans are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Cup 19, Cup 19. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
As long as you've been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now's where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Right. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. He's still in search of his first rushing touchdown of the year, but not on that play.
I just wonder if he has some frustration starting to build a little bit because he hasn't gotten into the end zone. Has to just stay calm, stay within himself, just let it happen.
Ready,
what a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal.
Come on, set, ready.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
How about that stand defensively? The sticks were moving against them. First down after first down was being piled up. They had driven all the way down the field, and then they ran into a wall on 3rd and goal. Nice job regrouping. Very impressive.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
Viking 18.
Oh, they're changing this at the line.
Ready, go.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal.
Cougar 19.
Going for it. Here's Ward. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Tajay Spears, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Titans take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6.
The kicker on.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Off the play fake. Nix. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Franklin. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second and a couple. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
These two teams all tied after one. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Here's Nix. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Harvey now on 1st and 10. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
Again, it's Harvey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Nix from the shotgun. Throw left side complete. That's Franklin. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. Willis on the option to the right. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately.
Taken down.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw a defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Ready, break.
3rd and 12.
Panther 11. Tag. 67 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Ready, right?
Off the play fake, Ward. That is caught. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big play that time on the catch and run. 37 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
On 1st down, it's Burnett. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Cougar 19. Cup 19. Cup 19. Check out.
They fake the handoff. Now Ward. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Set it. 60 Eagles. 60 Broncos.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
Ward. This is caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead. The CD, you know, he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You maybe forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield, they're eligible too.
No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there, and this will stay a 6-point ball game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Throwing Nix. Throwing left It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
46-yard line.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 45-yard line.
Once more with Harvey. A little juke. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 50 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Working out of the gun is Nix. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They get 17 down to the 17, and it's a first down.
At the 17-yard line.
Like 44. To the right, yeah.
Up the middle, it's Harvey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now it's Nix. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down.
Bombers.
To throw is Nix. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. An anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
60 62. Cowboy 80.
To throw, here's Ward. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Here we go.
Now a handoff up the middle. Burnett. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Drops it. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Go.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Burnett. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Let's go. Ready.
They'll run on first down. Burnett. They'll get this down to the 38.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 38 now, here's a second down and 6.
Here we go. Here we go.
And now a run with Spears. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Spears, incomplete. Brings up third down and 6 yards to go.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down.
Come on. Set. Panther 60. Panther 11. Panther 11. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Ready.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year, and part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
On first down, it's Burnett. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Say, hurt. Cup 19. Cup 19.
To throw is Ward. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 25 yards that time.
That's good for a
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route.
Okay, ready?
Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 7 that time, second goal.
A gain of 7 brings up second and goal at the Broncos' 1-yard line.
On the double. Here we go. Strike. 18. Come. 6 the Eagle. 6 the Eagle. Hut, hut.
Here's a quick throw right side. And it's a Titans touchdown. Chigakakwo from a yard out. And the Titans take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it's in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Broncos 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
So still 14 yards to go, second down. To throw, here's Nix. He completes this to Sutton. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
And the Broncos first down. A gain of 16 yards.
Nix to the air.
First down, Denver.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Out of the gun, they go with Harvey. Sheds him off at the 45. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
It's a gain of 20. First down.
On first down, back to Harvey. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10.
Back to throw now on second and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there. 47 yards. And the Broncos are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Lutt's good on the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Their own 28-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Now, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And that ball popped free. We can hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Ronnie Hickman with a pick. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
First down and goal to go at the 1-yard line.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Here's Dixon. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the campaign and 4th overall. And the Broncos have taken a 4th quarter lead. A late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect the lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day one of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. The Broncos say they have it. They do. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Following the fumble recovery, Nix. That is caught at the 7. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Nick's going to keep this himself, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Bo Nix, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Broncos look like they're about to put an end to their two-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
31. Titans 20.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a two-score deficit. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Got an open man, it's Burnett. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 36 yards on the play.
And this is one of the toughest parts about being a defensive back. When a play breaks down like this, you're taught to plaster to a receiver. Find the nearest one and adhere yourself to him. But you can only stay with the receiver so long if the play continues to develop. He knows where he's going. You do not.
Now Ward. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
19 tight. Let's go now. Check out.
Here's Ward. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Titans. A great play there. 39 yards. And the Titans have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And now an audible here into something else. They run straight ahead with Harvey. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. 2nd and 14. Wide open receiver, complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
And now a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Bombers, bombers, bombers. Almost set. You're ready.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Nix. Got Dobbs over the middle. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And they'll go ahead and down this one right on the chalk of the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Come on, come on. Go street. 60 Bison. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Buffalo 18. Mustang 19. Panther 11. Panther 11. Go.
Throwing now, Ward. Open man down the field. That's Iomaner. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play call because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
19 tight. 19 tight.
Throwing is Ward. Got his man, Okonkwo. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. They come up now on 2nd and 2.
Let's go. Check, check, check. Lightning, Warrior 70. Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat. And
up the middle they go. Burnett. And he'll take it down shy of 45 at the 46.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
Hurt, hurt. Cowboy 80.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
1st and 10.
That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
18 Rattler. Check, smash. Trap 60, trap 60. Ready, ready?
They'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Buffalo 18. 18, Pioneer. Go.
Back to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
Brings up third down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
On the set.
Fourth down, 10 yards to go.
10, Mustang 19, Bronco 80. Ranger, 70 Ranger. 19 Lion.
They'll try and throw for it with Ward. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Hey, check that.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Defense really sold out there to stop the run. Understandable down near the goal line. Now on second down, you have to wonder, might we see play action here and a flip right over the top?
Here now, second and goal.
19, let's go now. 70 Lions. Ready.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. For the lead, here's third and goal.
Warrior 70. Ready. Viking 18.
Back to throw. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Elakayo Manor, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans have retaken the lead. What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the fourth quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Hey, smash Bronco. Chop 60, chop 60. Ready.
They'll try and throw for it. And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the fourth. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
32-yard line.
They'll come up first and 10 here. He's back to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Kevin Winston. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Intercepted. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Get it. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready, ready.
Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a one-point victory. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for the Titans, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Denver, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.